Hey budgeties, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, my name is Mo, I'm 28, working on my financial freedom journey. And if you're returning, hey friend. So 2024 is upon us, okay? So with a new year, we have new goals. Some of us have the same goals, but the moral of the story is a lot of us are trying to still save some type of money. So this year I decided to do something different from like last year, right? Last year, it's still 2023, but in 2023, I was just like, I'm gonna save a whole bunch of money. I'm gonna put out a whole savings challenge booklet and we're going in. And I don't know if you guys haven't noticed on my videos, but I haven't really been keeping up with it because so many different savings challenges was overwhelming me, okay? Like my expectation was really, really high, but my desire was not as high. My drive wasn't as high. So this year I'm only going to do 7 saving challenges, and this is based on priority, right? My priority and my husband's priority. So let's tap into them. If you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like content like this. Also, if you enjoy this video, make sure you like and comment below what saving challenges you're participating in. Are you going to do some of the ones that I'm doing? And just how you feel about savings for 2024 in general. Okay, so let's get into it. My first savings challenge that I'm going to do is for the Roth IRA. So I made this printable specifically for myself, but it is available at paperbymmo.com. Not everything I'm showing you is available. Hate to say it, but I gotta be honest. But yeah, I want to max out my Roth IRA. I feel like it's a great tax advantage, and I am on my FIRE journey, which is financial independence, retire early. Okay, I'm on that journey, and so in order to retire early, you got to have some money saved for retirement. And again, my FIRE journey doesn't mean I'm going to retire early. It means that if I wanted to, the option is there. So this is for $7,000. Now, you see one of these, but my husband and I both are going to partake in it. He's going to save $7,000. I'm going to save $7,000. I'm saying save, but really it's investing the $7,000, right? Because that's the max for 2024. Now, if you, I think, are over the age of 55, they give you, or 50. No, I think if you're over the age of 50, they give you another $500 that you can add. You can do $7,500. So I just feel like when the government gives a cap on something, I feel like it's a reason, because the benefit is just so good that they're like, hey, don't get out of pocket. Don't use it too much. So I feel like I have to take advantage on the things that they're trying to give us a cap for. So again, my first savings challenge is my Roth IRA for $7,000. So it's 52 circles. Technically, I could do one a week, but I'm not sure. I'll have to see how it goes. At the bottom, it has the total for each one, for like each line of circles. So we'll see how that goes. So my next one, again, this is for priority. Again, I am on my financial independence, retire early, is my 401k $23,000 challenge. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. So my job definitely has a 401k. They match me at 5%, but even at that, I probably, with my match, and I give 5% and they match me 5%, maybe I've given $3,000 for the whole year of 2023. 23,000 is a big number, and I'm not gonna lie, it scares me. It definitely scares me. But for 2024, I went ahead and upped my 401k contributions, my traditional 401k contributions, which is no taxes being taken out. I moved it from 5% to 7%. And then I also decided to do a Roth 401k starting at 2%. So I have to see how much it's going to be, because the Roth 401k is post-tax, and the traditional 401k is pre-tax, meaning they don't take any taxes out of that, and then they're going to take the taxes out when I'm older and I go to, remove that money from the 401k. And I don't know how the taxes is going to be, right? So I just need to level out the playing field a little bit and give me a little Roth 401k as well. So the Roth 401k and the traditional 401k together is going to be the $23,000. I'm not sure if that's how they count it, they being the government, but that's how I'm going to count it, because again, I feel like this is very ambitious. And when I am too ambitious, like this year, 2023, I didn't even finish all of my saving challenges because there was just so many and I was just overwhelmed. Okay, it was just a lot. But like I said, 23,000. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm gonna track what I put towards my 401k, like my contributions from my paychecks, and then I'm also going to track what my job is putting towards my 401k, because again, they're matching me at 5%. I'm nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. I feel like my Roth IRA challenge 7,000 is definitely attainable. So I get paid 26, let's just do some math. I get paid 26 times a year. So if we do 7,000 divided by 26, that's $200 and almost $70, right? $270 per paycheck for that. 23,000 though. Ooh, I'm nervous. Okay, I'm nervous. And divided by 26 is more, $885. Again, I'm rounding up. So $885. But I realized it can be a tax advantage for the traditional IRA. I'm sorry, for traditional Roth. Why am I keep saying this? For traditional 401k, it can be a tax advantage because they're not taking taxes out of it and they're not counting it as income. So these are my first two savings challenges. And then emergency fund. So if you're used to my channel and you've seen some of my videos, you know that I'm actually, I don't want to say capped, but I have reached my emergency fund goals. However, my husband has not. So my goal was 10,000. And his goal is 10,000. He hasn't reached his 10,000. He's at $6,000 right now. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this is gonna be for him. I'll write it in black. We're gonna put $4,000 because 6,000 plus 4,000 is gonna equal his 10,000. So we're gonna put $4,000. And I don't know, the goal date, we just want it by the end of the year, okay? 31/24. So I can keep track of it as we go along. And again, this is by priorities. This is a big priority for him. He is investing his money as well, but until he reaches emergency fund, he's not like giving a whole bunch of money to his investments, because emergency fund is a bigger deal and a bigger goal for him, right? You don't know when an emergency is gonna arise, so you gotta have that money saved for an emergency fund. Okay, so that's the third one. This is the fourth savings challenge that I have, and this is my hurricane savings. So we live in New Orleans, Louisiana, which is Hurricane City, okay? We have been blessed and lucky to not have been able to, have to deal with a hurricane. Let me knock on wood. But we know that, anything can happen. We do have a hurricane fund. This is the only fund right now that we have in cash. And so let's see how much we currently have with the hurricane fund. That's 100. Okay, then we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. Okay, and $20. So $220 is what we have. This hurricane savings is not on paperbymmo.com. I just kind of created it for myself. If you guys are interested, let me know. But that's $220. And there's 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There's 30 of these. And I'm thinking 10 each. I don't know. Because 10 times 5 is 50. So 100, 200. And that would make 300. That would give us about $500. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So yeah, let's just go ahead and say it's going to be $10 each. And so the goal is to save 500, and we're gonna put by, I think hurricane season starts in July or June or July. So I'm just gonna say June 2024. Okay, so that gives us 6 months for $500 to start us off. This is the only one that's gonna be in cash. I'm gonna get a smaller bill for $100 because I have heard during hurricane season, when things are going on, a lot of places don't take credit or debit. They want cash and they don't take big bills. This is what I've heard. So I am trying to keep, cash going, whether we need gas, food, or whatever it is that we need. So that is our hurricane savings challenge. Okay, another goal for us, my husband and I, is to travel. So this is something that we feel like, you know, we both graduated college, and you know, COVID happened, so we haven't really had the ability to just go out and we feel like enjoy life or enjoy the world, right? So this is something that we want to do. We want to travel. So 100 ways to travel is what I called it. It's, again, this one is also not for sale. I just made it up for myself, and I think I'm just literally going to add so the number of the days is how many dollars I'm gonna have. So day one is $1, day 22 is $22, day 44 is $44, and so on, right? I have a high yield savings account, mind you. Only one that's in cash is going to be the hurricane savings. All of these, well, Roth IRAs and 401ks is going to my investment portfolios, and then emergency fund is a high yield savings account, and the rest of these are also high yield savings accounts because we want interest on our money. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do for travel. This is a goal and a priority for us. It's probably, if I had to put it in order, it would probably be in the back of the pile because it is a goal and a priority, but we have other goals and other priorities. Now, granted, we said 100 ways to travel. It doesn't mean we have to go out the country. It doesn't even mean we have to go out the state. It just means that we want to travel somewhere. The way I see it is, if I get in my car, okay, and I drive to the light and I say I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation. But yeah, it just has to be what we're considering as travel. Now, ideally, we would like to get out the country and get out the state, but we understand that right now traveling is kind of expensive, actually very expensive. So we just have to put that on our goal list. Okay, another one is month ahead. And again, this is something else I didn't finish that I had for my 2023 savings challenges, or in my book. So I stopped the month ahead at $1,768. That's how much we have in our month ahead account, okay? That's in the high yield savings. So the goal here is to be either a month ahead or 2 months ahead on all of our bills. We didn't reach that goal, but I'm gonna go ahead and go down the list for our expenses and how much each bill costs, and then from 1 month, and then times it by 2, because that'll be 2 months, and then that'll give us the total amount. And this is available on paperbymo.com. This printable. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. Okay, so these are the expenses I have listed. Rent, internet, electricity, car insurance, phone, subscriptions, his student loans, my student loans, YMCA, food, and gas. When I calculate everything together, I get $3,040.41. $3,040.41, okay? So when I take that number and I times it by 2, now we have $6,080.82. This is how much it would be for us to be 2 months ahead and to be 1 month ahead, okay? Let's get to $6,080.82. And so the whole goal for this is so that we can not be like, I guess, living paycheck to paycheck. We can literally be a month ahead of our bills. Yes, we have emergency funds, but we still want to make sure we're ahead of our bills. And if you think about it, my emergency fund has $10,000. His goal is to have $10,000. We won't even really we'll be able to live off of 2 months, but not even really 4 months, unless we both have, you know, $12,000 apiece. So that's something really to look at. And right now we currently have $1,768. And so I will go in come the end of this year. It is the end of the year. Come the beginning of next year and fill in the progress. Okay. And the last savings that we are partaking in for the year of 2024 is holiday savings. I wasn't even gonna add this, but I had to be realistic. Like when it came to Christmas and Thanksgiving, how much money was coming out of our paychecks, coming out of our accounts with trips because we had to fly back home, you know, where our parents are, as well as gifts and all these other things. We wanted to be realistic, what we're giving people. So it only makes sense to save money for holiday savings. So this is gonna just be a sinking fund in our high yield savings account, just like almost everything else. Ideally, I'm thinking $1,500 for the whole 2024. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but my family's kind of small when it comes to Christmas. Not a lot of things. It's only 3 or 4 people. My husband's family doesn't really celebrate Christmas, so they don't even give gifts. Then there's my husband's, so there's Christmas, which I'm gonna say about $300, and then Thanksgiving I'm gonna say about $300 because we have to fly to and from, you know, whomever's home, or $300 because we're hosting, so that's 6. Then we have birthdays, okay? So there's about 5 people's birthdays. I'm thinking $100 each. So that's $1,100 right there. And then there's other things like if we wanted to cook out for other holidays. So I feel like $1,500 is safe. You know, I feel like it's safe. This is also not available on Paper by Mo. So I think what we're gonna do here is just do $1,500. There's not too many other holidays outside of like Christmas, Thanksgiving, maybe New Year's that we really celebrate too much, other than our birthdays. Our birthdays is like always a movie does. So, well, not during COVID, but yeah, this is the last savings, the holiday savings. And then just to go back over the savings we've already went over, we are gonna do $7,000 throughout the whole year. Has 52 circles. I think I'm probably gonna do another one, so I'm gonna have mine and I'm gonna have his, so we can track where both of us are at. 401k, my husband does not want to participate in this. He thinks this is too ambitious, and I completely understand. $23,000 is a lot of money, and my hopes is that I can really get to the 23,000, and these numbers all lead to 23,000 when you add them all up. So my hope is that I can get to 23,000, but even if I can get halfway there, or at least like in the double digits, I will be very pleased with myself, because I wasn't able to do that in 2023. Emergency fund, this is for my husband because he wants to get to his 10,000. So he's at 6,000, so we're adding 4,000. Y'all know we live in Hurricane City. Okay, so we got to get some money saved. So I said save 500. That's for, wait, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 50, 100, 200, 300. So 500 is total, including the cash that we already have. Okay, and then again, 100 ways to travel, just so we can get our money together so we can enjoy our vacations. Now, traveling and holidays are going to be 2 different things for us. Holidays, I feel like we're routine for holidays. Like, we have to do holidays with our family. But travel is something that, you know, we want to do together. And then our month ahead, we're trying to get that together. $6,000 for 2 months, $1,000 for 1 month. We have been able to reduce our expenses, but yikes, I just don't like these numbers. But also previously, when I was partaking in a month ahead, I did include food or gas, and I just feel like if God forbid one of us lose our job, we need to eat, and we probably need gas to, I don't know, go to interviews or something. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud here. And then again, the last one is holiday savings of $1,500. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below, like, what savings challenges are you gonna partake in for 2024? Or do you feel like it's overrated? You feel like, I don't need to do a savings challenge. I don't even need to save money. I mean, if that's what you choose, that's what you choose. But, you know, just let us know. I feel like there's nothing wrong with investing, but I understand that there's a lot of risk that goes with it. So I get why some people choose not to do that. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys are choosing to do. If you feel like, girl, you still got too many savings challenges, because remember, like, compared to this year, this is like nothing. This is 7 different things compared to literally like 10 to 15. I was definitely in the double digits last year. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure you guys do that. This is day 2 of 5 days to budget miss, 5 days to Christmas. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.